Hi students, a very good morning to everybody right there. Welcome to the very session. My name is Preksha Sharma, your English educator at Unacademy, and I give you all a very warm welcome to the very session wherein we are going to do something important today. And what is that? I am going to tell you like how to write the right type of answer for the character sketch for your examination. Okay, so please give me a confirmation in the comment section that you all can see me well and you all can hear me well. Kindly do that, please. Yes, everybody, welcome to the very session. A very good morning to everybody right there. I hope that everyone is pretty excited for the given session, wherein we are going to cover the entire character sketches of the chapters from your book, first line. So, everyone, stay tuned and listen to me very carefully. Hi, everyone, good morning. So, I'm audible and I'm visible to everybody right there. That's pretty good. Okay, lovely everyone. I'm very well, guys. A very good morning. Good morning, Anushri, Anika, Rudrapur, Nisha, Rupali, everybody, Anupam, Pinky. A very good morning, everyone, and kindly share the link of the session with all your friends. Do it immediately. Okay, let them know what is happening. And guys, okay, please make sure that you guys are sharing the link with your friends. And also, one more thing that I want to tell you all, please come up with your doubts. If you have any doubts, okay, please do ask me in the comment section. I'm keeping an eye on the comment section so that you all can come up with the doubt that you all have. All right, so there is no problem in anything. Everybody moving ahead. I'm sure you guys know my name very well. My name is Preksha Sharma, your English educator. I've been guiding a lot of you, right, for the past few years. And I want all of you to be like literally so good in your academics as well as your communication skills. So I keep on guiding all my students for the same. We have got the Telegram channel. Kindly join this because herein you'll be getting the updates related to all the upcoming sessions as well. Now, we have got the special classes. Everybody, you all can learn live from your favorite educators for free. Okay, the special classes, they are for free. You all can simply use the code PSH10, okay, in order to avail straight 10% discount. All right, and you can also use this code PSH10 to enroll for all the classes. Today, I've got the special class right at 3:30 p.m. I'm going to share the schedule again with all of you so that you do not miss any update from my end. Okay, you all can engage with your educators via polls. You all can clear your doubts in the live special classes. And for the top special classes, please visit the link which is given in the description below. All right, everyone. So at 3:30, okay, 19 April, I mean today only, the class is going to be for 1.5 hour. I'm going to tell you all how to crack reading comprehension. So the students whosoever has got any problem in RC, okay, like in understanding the reading comprehension, please be there into the very class. You can use the code PSH10 and be right there. All right, on 21st April at 3:30 p.m., I'm going to take the full grammar test. It's gonna be for 1.5 hour. All right, the very code is PSH10. Use this code and be right there. There is no Menti, guys. Hi, Arpita. Hello. And on 23rd April, okay, at 5 p.m., I'm going to take a 2 hours class. Analytical paragraph and formal letter. This is what we are going to do. The code is PSH10. And on 24th, I'm going to deal with figures of speech in detail with polls. Okay, so PSH10 is the code. Please make sure that you're enrolling for every class. Hi, John. Hello, Tanishka. All right. Okay, here we go. The play proposal tells us to rise above our pettiness and focus on what's really important in life. Yeah, Bhumi, that is absolutely the correct question. The question is demanding. I'm going to take up your doubts. Guys, just hold your horses. Okay, be a little patient. Let me just come to the character sketches and then we are going to begin with our classes. Okay. So this is, I mean, with our doubt, sorry. So character sketch from first light, and this is going to be a one-shot thing. We are going to go ahead with the analysis properly. You guys need to listen to me very carefully, okay? So first one is the sermon at Benares. Okay, you know there are two major characters. One is Kisa Gautami and the second one is Buddha. All right, both the characters, they are very important. All right, this is for you. No, Aman, this is for the ones who are going to write their boards on 27th of April. All right. She boarded the bus. Niharika, I'm coming to the question. Okay, so we see Kisa Gautami. All right, she was a young woman who lost her only son. Guys, when you are seeing, no direct question is going to be there in your examination related to the character sketch. A question can be a little indirect, जहाँ पे आपको character sketch लिखना पड़ेगा. So you have to be smart enough. Hi, hello everyone. Good morning to everybody right there. My screen is not blurred. Rashi, just check your video quality. All right. So everyone, blueprint diya, should we follow that? Yeah, Anika, you should. Whatever is being offered by CBSE, you guys need to follow that. All right, is that correct? Hi, good morning, good morning. Hi, Anika, hello. All righty. So guys, now, hi, Radhima. Yes, of course, I do. Everyone, listen to me now. Okay, Kisa Gautami was a young woman who had lost her only son. This is important to write, all right. And then what do we see? That she was unable to accept her son's death and had lost her senses. All right, she was closely, just look at the words I'm gonna write here. She was closely connected with her only son, all right, and she couldn't live without him. Right, she couldn't live without him. She had lost all her senses. She was not able to accept, all right, unable to accept his death. All right, this is what we see. Okay, she had no understanding that death is inevitable, and that made her lost her senses. So what was she doing? She went to every door and begged people to cure her son. And how was she doing that? She was asking, all right, for a medicine, okay, to cure her son. Right? So what was she begging people for? She was asking people to provide her a medicine so that she could cure her son. All right, therein what do we see? That a man, okay, suggested her to go to Sakya Muni, right? The Lord Buddha. Okay, she immediately went to him, and the Buddha made her realize that human life is temporary. How did he make it realize to him? Everyone, please understand how to write critically examine question. Ayushi, you have to always give the analysis in that. You are not supposed to give the summary in that question. Okay, so yeah, here we go. So now there is no life. Yeah, she didn't understand that there was no medicine which can bring a dead back to life. All right. So what happened is the Buddha made her realize human life is temporary. He made her realize that death is inevitable. All right, it is something which is which is unavoidable. All right, mortals, they are subject to death. Okay, he made her realize this. And how did he do that? We are going to write that in a little more descriptive manner when you are writing about her in your answers. What will you do? You will say that the Lord Buddha mentioned, okay, or ask her to get a handful of mustard seeds from a house where no death has ever taken place, right? So you guys can quote that directly from your book into your answers. I had made it clear a lot many times in all the sessions. I hope that point is clear to everyone, because herein I'm going to highlight the points to make you all understand the characters. Okay, so he made her realize that death is inevitable. And how did she realize it? She went from house to house to ask for a handful of mustard seeds, and she was asking the question if nobody had died in that home. Everybody said, like, everybody was ready to give a handful of mustard seeds, but they were telling her to not ask this question about the death of anyone, because they were saying that the living are few, but the deaths, they are like the death had taken place at a very huge number. All right, so this is what you are going to talk here about. Also, he mentions this, also therein everybody mentions this so clearly, that human life, sorry, and then when she was completely sad, she couldn't get it from somewhere, she said somewhere she saw the flickering of lights, and the flickering of lights made her realize that she was very selfish. It made her realize, all right, the flickering of lights is important to mention. The flickering of lights made her realize that the life, human life, is temporary, and everything is temporary, everything will die one day. All right, this is what he says. She didn't get the, sorry, she says she didn't get the They bring me tokens. I'm coming to that. When she didn't get the mercedes from the house, but no beloved one. Yeah, that's right. Extinguished, right? Flickering and then extinguish. Yes, that is very right. All right, so this is absolutely the correct answer. Then you're going to talk about this, that she understood that she had become selfish in her sorrow and was thinking only about her pain. She realized the real fact of life. She got the universal knowledge through Lord Buddha that death will definitely be taking place. Just like the ripened fruits are in the danger of falling once they are ripened, similarly the humans, they are subject to death. They will definitely be dying after a certain age. That is what you are going to talk about in the context of Kisa Gautami. All right, if you are being asked in your examination. Is that clear, everyone? Sakya Muni basically refer to a priest, all right, a preacher. मतलब सक्या मुनि आपका हिंदी में वर्ड है जिसका मतलब है एक प्रीचर, ओके, जिसके पास नॉलेज है. सो ही वाज बीइंग नोन एज अ मुनि, ओके, मुनि जो तपस्या करते हैं, ओके, दैट इज व्हाट इट मींस. ऑल राइट. Okay, Buddha asking her to borrow a handful of, yeah, that is right. Okay, Sakyamuni, living a few and death are many. Yeah, Bhumi, that's absolutely right. Hi, Disha, she consider it with the fate of a man that their lives also flicker. Very good, Army, absolutely correct. So you guys know it well. All right, Ravi Khan, that this is from the poem Animals. It basically means that they show the qualities like humans to the poet. That means animals show the qualities like humans to the poet. Okay, the qualities which are now being lost in humans and are only found in the animals. Okay, in this valley of desolation, every person who is born is bound to die someday. Very good, A. John. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Okay, this is absolutely correct. Buddha's teaching of life and suffering is through the story of Kisa Gautami. You have to narrate what I just said. Okay, this is what you are supposed to talk about. Like he gave us the teaching of life and suffering, life and death, okay, through the story of Kisa Gautami. That is what he explained, that death is inevitable. All right, is that clear to everybody? Are you all getting this? Is there any question? Vali noticed after she boarded the bus. Niharika, we dealt with this question. She noticed a lot of things. She was looking out of the window. She saw the green fields. I have dealt with this question in the series wherein I mentioned the questions related to Madam Rides a Bus. Please look at that video there. You'll get everything in detail. All right, I'm gonna definitely. Hey Nagraj, hi dear. I'm definitely going to send the video. I mean the PDF. Don't be worried about it. All right, here we go. So is this clear to everyone? This clear? Flickering of light मतलब झपझप होना, जब लाइट इसे झपझप करती है और फाइनली एक्सटिंग्विश हो गई. So she realized the actual fact of life that even the lights they are flickering and at one point they are extinguished. मतलब बुझ गई. Alright, so similar is the thing with the life of humans. Their life also goes on for some time and after a certain age, okay, it just gets extinguished. Alright, is that clear, everyone? Is that clear? Yes? Okay, now we are moving to the next character, which is that of Buddha. All right, which is a very important character. And herein we are dealing with what? Herein we are dealing with your this. I mean, the major teaching. Okay, the teaching of suffering. Okay, the teaching of birth and suffering. Self-contained means self-satisfied. Okay, self-satisfied. That is what. Not self-dependent. That is what it means. Okay, no one can attain peace with grieving. Right, that is right. Self-contained, shielded from the sufferings of the world, Buddha turned into an enlightened from the prince. Okay, okay. The dead are not saved by his lamentation. Meaning, okay, it basically Bhumi. It basically means that if you'll keep on, like for example, if a person is dead, okay, the person is now dead. If you're lamenting over it for a long time, that is not going to revive the person. The person is not going to be alive again. इन सिंपल टर्म्स बंदा इंसान इंसान जो है वो जिंदा नहीं हो जाता है अगर आप रोते रहोगे तो ठीक है सो दैट इज व्हाट इट मींस इज दैट क्लियर टू एवरीबडी dream of Matilda is to be praised by everybody, okay, to gain the praise, okay, to be loved and liked by everyone, to gain the attention, okay, to get the praise for herself. Kisa Gautami again goes from house to house and she speaks with the Buddha. Why does she ask for the second time? round. Okay, this is Anika. Very important question. A handful of mustard seeds. This is what she asked. No, she doesn't get it. She doesn't get it by because there was a condition. What was the condition? There was a condition that she had to get the handful of mustard seeds from a house where no death had ever taken place, and it has never been like this. Okay. So that is where this is also because to make her realize that death is something which is common to all. It is not common to only her son. All right, is that clear to everyone? Okay, do you think being enlightened? All right, I'm coming to the next one. The Buddha led a luxurious life, okay, but human sufferings, pain, and death made him restless. He left home to know the cause of human sufferings. So he got married at the age of 16. This is what, okay, at the age, okay, he got married. All right, until the age of 25, all right, until 25 years, he was living a very lavish life. He was not aware of anything. He was completely shielded. All right, he was completely protected from the sufferings of the life. So what happened is that one day when he moved out, he came across the sufferings. Who all did he come across with? Everybody. Who all did he come across with? Everyone. Yes, Buddha preaches for someone at Banaras. Why? Because that's a holy place. We already dealt with this question one year. Guys, you have not been attending my classes. I have provided all the questions in the Super 30 series that I dealt with in my special classes. Please look at those videos. Everything has been covered. That is one of the holiest places, okay, wherein the river Ganges is flowing. That is why he took that particular place as the medium from where he would start preaching about his teachings. Okay. Asking for ilms. Okay, that is very right. Do you think that being enlightened plays a far greater responsibility on Buddha than being kind? King would have. Yes, of course, Prachi, I'm coming to that also. Don't be worried about it. Himanshu, slaughter is very easy, dear. Slaughter matlab काटना. काटना. जैसे slaughtering the animals, that means कि animals को काटना. All right, which is an activity which shouldn't be done. All right, in order to satisfy the greed. That's what even the poem is suggesting. All right, he came across a sick man. Okay, he came across a sick man. Please write all these things. And he came across what? What exactly is the order, everybody? What exactly is the order? Aged man, sick man, funeral procession. Okay. And a beggar asking for alms. All right. So there, like he wanted, like it instigated him too much that he wanted to know that why is this happening. All right. So this made him too restless and he left home in order to know the cause of human sufferings. And then he wandered for 7 years. All right. And finally, what happened is, finally, he sat under a people tree for meditation until, okay, for achieving enlightenment. And he didn't move from there until he achieved enlightenment. So after gaining enlightenment, okay, so 7 years he wandered. All right. And we see that after 7 days, like after sitting for 7 days under Bodhi tree, it was actually the people tree. He renamed it to be the Bodhi tree. Why? Because like under that tree he attained the enlightenment. So after gaining enlightenment, he realized that death and decay come naturally to the world. You do not invite it. Okay, like nobody gives an invitation to death and decay. It comes naturally to the world. All right, it is one of the important part, okay, of the life. This is how the universe is running. Okay, so he traveled from one place to another and delivered sermons. Sermons refer to your religious teachings in the form of simple stories. He preached that human suffering and death are inevitable. That means something which is unavoidable. Okay, is that clear to everyone? And he was able to overcome all sorrows. All right, so this is what you have to, I have given this in brief. You guys have to explain it with the examples I have dealt with in our special classes. I dealt with on the YouTube platform as well. Guys, do not miss my special classes because all the classes are interconnected with each other. Okay, unless and until you are not maintaining a pace with me in the classes, you'll be losing all the important points. So herein he preached that human suffering and death, they are inevitable. All right, and he taught about the concept of life and death, okay, through the story of Kisa Gautami. He made him realize that that death is inevitable, okay, death is common to all. Mortals are subjected to death, okay, and like if you're lamenting over death for a longer duration, it will never give you mental peace. All right, it will snatch away your mental peace. So the one who overcomes sorrow is the wise person. Wise basically means a knowledgeable person. All right, of course, like being human, your emotions are attached, you are going to like lament over it. But if you're elongating that lamentation, okay, that means that you're destroying your mental peace. So that is what he is here talking about. There are certain sentences, certain quotes that are there in the chapter which I explain so clearly in all my special classes to all of you. Please make sure that you're paying attention to all that. All right, is that clear to everyone? Hey, good morning. Hi, Sohail, good morning. Okay, usually means thinking and working for one benefit, and Kisa Gautami did not think of a selfish. It is love of a mother's towards the child. Yeah, that is right. Okay, you're from Banaras. That's good. Which question series we should watch? A special Pavni, both of them. Okay, that I had always like in the very beginning, I had shared my plan with all of you, wherein I told you that all the YouTube classes would be connected with the special classes. So all the students who have been in there, my YouTube classes, my special classes, they are really like are benefited. Okay, they are really gaining a lot from the classes. Okay, that is the thing. Hi, Yuvika. Okay, here we go. Alrighty, now we are moving to the next play, which is the proposal. All right, everybody pay attention to this. How do you usually understand the idea of selfishness? Do you agree with Kiso that she was selfish on her grief? Is it natural? I'm coming to that, everybody. I'm coming. Just ask me the questions. Okay, right at the end of the class. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. Okay. All right. Okay. Nishao, please come in the special classes. Guys, I am covering up everything. I really don't know that. Can you provide PDF? Yeah, Devna, I'm going to share the PDF on the community in the very app. Okay. So please make sure that you're downloading the app by using the code PSH10 and be right there. All right, please, because I have shared all the PDFs, okay, of all the important questions, important PYQs, super important questions from first flight, and the super important questions from your footprints without feet. Okay, I have shared the format of analytical paragraph. I've shared the format of the formal letter. Everything has now been shared. All right, on the very app. Okay, in the community. Please make sure you're downloading the app. Students, kindly do that for your good. Okay, so that you're not missing out anything which is important. Okay, so now we are moving towards the next play, which is, I mean, next chapter, which is what? Which is the proposal. So the actual name of the character that we are going to here talk about is Stephen. Okay, Stepanovich and Chubukov. So this is the full name. If you are writing about the character, then this is very, very important that you have to write the full name if you're just talking about the character. But otherwise, if you're referring to the person in any of a short answer type question, you can just write Chubukov or you can just write Lomov. All right, is that clear? Sohail, thank you so much that you appreciate the teaching. All right, yes, the play was originally titled The Marriage Proposal. The spelling, Punya, just look at it. All righty. Okay, gullible is like a person who is very innocent, okay, who can be fooled easily. All right, not very clever. Okay, so we see Chubukov is basically a landowner. Okay, I mean, ek zameen ka malik. All right, he welcomes Lomov and talks to him in an extremely polite tone. Okay, but you know, like yesterday, I dealt with this drama, the proposal in one shot, wherein I had highlighted a portion. Everyone, please make sure that you are understanding what I'm telling you all. Okay, he had highlighted a portion where, I mean, I have highlighted a portion wherein he was giving a speech, okay, like he wanted to know that why did he come there, okay, and then when he came to know the actual reason, he was behaving altogether in a different tone. So that tone, okay, it really matters. So please quote it, okay, that I love you, my angel, my darling. Okay, these are the words, these are the sugar coated words that he used. So you have to just use it. Just keep a chunk under the inverted commas and incorporate it in the answer. All right, I'm leaving this word to, I mean work to all of you. So he doubts that Lomov has come to borrow money and is prepared to refuse him if he asks for help. Okay, this is what he thought, that he had the intention to borrow money, but he was not in the mood at all to provide him any sort of money. Okay, so what do we see that he gets overwhelmed when Lomov shows his interest in marrying his daughter Natalia, as Lomov too is a rich landowner and lives next to his house. So immediately after this, you can directly quote from what I mentioned yesterday. Okay, I have already shared the PDF with all of you. You can take it from there. All right, that he started using sugar coated words, that I have always loved you. You have always been my like my son. Okay, so just remember a little line from there. Okay, is that correct to everybody? What are your points? Stephen Chober was a landowner who was a very dramatic person. He, being an aged person, is quarrelsome and argumentative in nature. She wants her daughter to be married. He wants a daughter to be married in a wealthy. Yeah, that's fine. Precious angel, darling, my treasure. Yeah, Amit, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Bhakti, thank you. All right, Shanavaz, that's amazing there. Yeah, I consider that. Keywords a chapter के लिए कैसे प्रीति सी कीवर्ड्स और की लाइंस में बहुत डिफरेंस होता है। कीवर्ड्स का ये मतलब होता है कि अगर मैं आपसे कीसा गौतमी की बात करूं कि कीसा गौतमी की स्टोरी के थ्रू लॉर्ड बुद्धा ने क्या पढ़ाया है आपको, तो आप क्या बोलोगे? आप उसमें ये बोलोगे ना, उसमें कीवर्ड्स क्या होंगे? हैंडफुल ऑफ मस्टर्ड सीड्स, फ्लिकरिंग लाइट, एक्सटिंग्विश्ड, right, and demanding, like she goes from place to place. What was she asking? A handful of mustard seeds. तो ये कीवर्ड्स हुए उस आंसर के। तो ये वाली चीजें आपको लिखनी है। अब आप सिंपल ये बोल दो दैट शी वेंट फ्रॉम हाउस टू सीक फॉर सीड्स। तो व्हाट सीड्स? आपने जो मेन कीवर्ड है वो तो इंक्लूड ही नहीं किया। दैट इज व्हाट आई मीन बाय कीवर्ड, कि जो इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड्स हैं जो उस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में यूज किए गए हैं उसको यूज करो। ऑलराइट, दैट इज व्हाट आई मीन। ओके, हियर वी गो। Okay, here we go. Jitalal, whenever you have to write the proposal, I mean, whenever you have to write the character sketch, no, you can use any of the tenses. It depends upon you. All right. Unless and until the question has involved any sort of a particular tense. Though it will definitely be including a tense. So accordingly, you can use it. Okay. But if you're generally writing a character sketch about someone, you can always use your the present tense. Okay. You can always do that. All right. Is that clear, everyone? Thank you, Bhakti. Yeah, Kamanya, I'm gonna give the PDF in the community on the special app. Okay, please make sure that you are taking it from there. All right. Yes, that is omnipresent, looming, and inevitable. Right, right, right. When Natalia comes to me, quotes of words, and Papa said, "Go, there's a merchant, come for his goods." What do you think Chubukov meant? Prachi, I dealt with this yesterday. Guys, please attend the classes. मैंने सब कुछ cover करवा दिया। आप जितने भी doubts अभी पूछ रहे हो ना, सब कुछ cover हो चुका है। सब कुछ उन्होंने ऐसा इसलिए क्या कहा, बिकॉज द गुड्स, इसका ये मतलब होता है कि एक मर्चेंट आया है जिसको अपने गुड्स लेने हैं। ओके, अपना सामान लेना है। तो यहाँ पे मर्चेंट इज इनडायरेक्टली रेफरिंग टू हुम? मर्चेंट यहाँ पे इनडायरेक्टली रेफर किया गया है लोमोव को, और उसका गुड्स यानी कि उसका सामान कौन है यहाँ पे? नटालिया। ओके, व्हाई? बिकॉज ही केम फॉर अ प्रपोजल। ठीक है, all right. So here we see, and he lives next to his house. He joins his daughter in the argument about the possession of Oxen Meadows. All right, almost forgetting about the marriage proposal. All right, so what do we see? What are the words that you all can use in the context of all three of them? All three of them, you can always use these words, that they were argumentative in nature, they were quarrelsome in nature. Okay, you can use this in the context of all three of them. All right. And then we see later he hurriedly gives his daughter's hand in Lomov's hand and asks them to kiss because he doesn't want Lomov to withdraw the proposal. So he tries to pacify the couple at the end. So we see that Chubukov is the father of a daughter. All right. He says that it is a curse, okay, to be the father of a grown up girl. All right, so you can always use these things. All right, I have stated this clearly in the session that I have taken. Just try to incorporate these things in your answers. Try to use certain chunks so that it does make some sense. Are you getting that, everyone? Yes. So we see that Chubukov was argumentative in nature. He was very quarrelsome. He suspected. Okay, this is also important. He suspected All right, he was suspicious of the motive of Lomov to visit his home in the evening dress. He thought that he would ask for money, and he had made it sure in his mind that he was not going to lend any money to him this time. All right, but immediately he also changes his stance when he came to know that he had come to propose his daughter Natalia for marriage. Immediately, all the sugar coated words start coming in. He was not really sincere in saying, my love, my darling, I love you as my son, I've always taken you as my son. All these words, they were not the sincere words, because prior to that he was thinking altogether different. If he would have really considered him as his son, he would not have hesitated even a single percent to lend him money. All right, so it shows the mindset of the people. The poet, I mean the dramatist here, wants to show that the wealthy families, they have got a total different thinking when it comes to the proposal in the context of marriage. Okay, so this is what you all will have to talk about. Okay, now the next one is herein we are dealing with the next character. Yeah, Lomov now. All right, you have to again remember the entire name, I mean the entire correct name of the character. All right, is that clear to everybody? All right, here. Central idea of play proposal is that we shouldn't. Very good. A. John has given the right answer. The central idea of this play is that we shouldn't be fighting over the petty issues or the trivial issues, the small issues. Okay, because that in a way hampers our relationship and even like hampers the mental peace. Because people, they start saying anything and everything that's coming to their mouth. This is what we see in the play, that they were just abusing each other. Alright, they were using the wrong words against each other, which is completely wrong. All right, is that clear, everybody? Yes. Okay, before I go ahead with this very character, what were your doubts, everyone? Just let me have a look at it. Okay, I tried making chichor, no important, they're really. Tanish, that's amazing. Edmund means Ziddi. Okay, broken admin means Ziddi. They are quarreling for trivial issues. Okay, can we say Chubuko was an admin person or just for Natalia? No, no, Sumit, actually, to some extent, we can say that Chubuko was an admin person, but not as admin as Natalia was. Natalia was strictly admin. Okay, Chubuko was trying to pacify and solve the things. All right, when the issue related to the dogs came up, he was saying that everybody likes their own dogs, right? Okay, but we see the pacifying nature which was there in Chubuko. Being the father, he was the pacifier there, but Natalia was strictly adamant. Okay, I hope that's clear. Bhakti, I have done Heck Driver already. The video is available there. Please check it out. Okay, the play proposal tell us to rise above our pettiness and focus on what's really. Yes, Bhumi, I dealt with this question yesterday also. It basically means that we should not be fighting over the trivial issues or the very small issues in our life. We need to move ahead with that because it hampers our mental peace. Okay, we should focus on the more important things, and that what happened in this particular play. Though they were quarreling, okay, like in the very beginning, they drifted away from the actual purpose of their meeting. Okay, like for the actual purpose of Lomov coming to Chubukov's place. But later on at the end, we saw that Chubukov, all right, Natalia's father made it sure that the proposal was being made. All right, so it is important that keep on focusing on the important issues instead of the trivial issues which are completely pointless and useless. Okay, is that clear to everybody? Yes. Any other doubt and how to frame sentences for broken? I see. Guys, I want to tell you all, okay? Understand this in one go. If it's a 2 marker, keep your answer to the point. ओके उससे आपका आंसर बहुत इफेक्टिव बनता है. 4 मार्कर है यानी कि लॉन्ग आंसर है. उसके लिए आपको एक जर्नलाइज स्टेटमेंट स्टार्टिंग में दो. उसके बाद अपने आंसर को लिंक करो. ओके, समरी नहीं देनी है हमें. ऑल राइट, समरी नहीं देनी है. समरी इज रॉन्ग. आपको एक जर्नलाइज स्टेटमेंट राइट एट द बिगनिंग देनी है. उसके बाद आपको अपने आंसर को उससे लिंक करना है और फाइनली कंक्लूजन देना है. ठीक है, मैंने अपनी सारी स्पेशल क्लासेस में आपको ये बता दिया है बहुत अच्छे तरीके से. जिन बच्चों ने मेरी क्लासेस रेगुलरली अटेंड करी है उन्होंने बहुत अच्छे से सीख लिया है कि आंसर को फ्रेम कैसे करते हैं. ओके, तो आप अगर एक दिन में सीखना चाहते हो डियर, दैट इज सो डिफिकल्ट. ठीक है, प्लीज आप जाओ वीडियोस देखो. ओके, वहां पे आपको बहुत अच्छे से आइडिया मिलेगा कि हमें एक आंसर को कैसे लिखना चाहिए. और कुछ चीजें होती हैं आपने टिप्स पे रखो. स्पेलिंग, ग्रामर एक्यूरेसी, ठीक है, पंक्चुएशन और आपकी टेंस कंसिस्टेंसी बराबर रहनी चाहिए. आपका कंटेंट ठीक हो सकता है लेकिन आपने ग्रामर ठीक नहीं लिखी है, आपने स्पेलिंग ठीक नहीं लिखी है, हाफ मार्क आपका कट जाएगा. Okay, that is the way. Okay, she was shelling peas. That was right. Alrighty. Okay. Okay. So yeah, moving ahead, everybody have tried making chit chats. That's cool. Alrighty. That Raman, that is just the currency we are talking about. All right, the proposal, the title is very much justified. How is that? Because like amidst all the quarrel that was going on, all right, the very proposal was coming in between. At the very beginning, all right, we see Lomo like informed this to Shubukov that he had come for the proposal. Then in the middle, okay, after the first fight when he went out, again the father was the one, all right, who told her that he had come to propose her. And then when he returns back after wailings of Natalia, at the end again like he had fainted, all right, so his father made sure that the proposal was being made, all right, and finally at the end the proposal did take place, though the quarrel still continued. So the title is so much justified in itself. Okay, is that clear? Obstinate, yes. Punya, very good. Natalia, she was obstinate, she was adamant, she was argumentative, she was obstinate and hypocritical. Absolutely right. ऑक्सिन मीडोज नाम है, ओके, जो उनका जो एक फील्ड था, ठीक है, जो उनका खेत, हिंदी में अगर मैं प्रॉपर्ली आपको समझाऊं, खेत का नाम था ऑक्सन मीडोज, ठीक है. According to Lomo was an honest and gentle. He was very much clear and a positive. Very good, very good. That's right, Rajiv. Absolutely right. Okay. Cause of second quarrel between Lomo and Natalia was what? Like dogs. I explained it yesterday, broken. Just check out the video, guys. Okay. Is that clear? Proposal play tell us that marriages are not based on compatibility these days. Not exactly. You're not going to say this. This is going to be a little more negative. Okay. And Oxen Meadows, the Lomo, we are knitted. Hey, John, guys, listen to me very carefully. You all are repeating the question that I made so clear in the video yesterday at 2 p.m. अगर आपने वो क्लास नहीं अटेंड करी है तो प्लीज प्लीज आई एम सेइंग प्लीज उसको अटेंड करो, सब क्लियर हो जाएगा, एक बारी में ही क्लियर हो जाएगा. ठीक है, ऑक्सन मीरोज एक्चुअली लोमोव के थे, चुबुकोव के नहीं थे. ठीक है, प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट दैट्स क्लियर एवरीवन. ओके. Okay. So everybody, we see that Lomov is a rich landowner who lives next to Chubukovs, and he is 35 years old and has a weak heart. Okay, his heart, he suffers from what? He suffers from palpitations. All right, and he regarded his 35 years as that of a critical age. All right, this is what he regarded it. So whenever he is tensed, he palpitates. Okay, so this is what we even see, like when they were having the arguments, his heart got started palpitating. Why? Because he was tense. He feels some discomfort in his heart and his foot also becomes numb. He has sleeping disorders as well. So if the question is that what is it that he was suffering from, so you will say that he had a weak heart, his heart suffered from palpitations, he feels discomfort in the heart, and his foot also becomes numb. He has sleeping disorders as well. So there was sleep sickness as well. All right, is that clear? Palpitation मतलब दिल का बहुत जोरों से धड़कना. Okay, basically बहुत तेजी तेजी से और irregular way में. Okay, is that clear to everyone? So next we see that he wants to marry Natalia and comes to meet Mr. Chobukov for the same reason. He argues with Natalia. Now Natalia appears before him. Okay, she was wearing an apron and she was shelling the peas. They had a conversation which was very nice. I explained it yesterday, guys. Please make sure that you're keeping an eye on every single video that I'm coming up with. Okay, and then finally like he was being very nervous. Okay, he was not coming to the main point because of his nervousness. He made it clear to Natalia also that after hearing his concern she might get angry or she might get shocked as well. So he started his conversation for the proposal not directly, instead in an indirect manner, wherein he mentioned that their families had always been together since their childhood and they are always being so friendly with each other. And finally he said that he had inherited all his land from his aunt. And when he says that my oxen meadows, okay, this is what he mentioned when he says, he argues that with Natalia about the oxen meadows and calls himself the owner of that piece of land. So the entire thing, okay, I mentioned it yesterday also, the entire argument between them, the first argument between them started when Lomov mentions my oxen meadows. All right, this is what he says. To which Natalia actually reacted that my, how can they be yours? They belong to us. So Natalia was so obstinate and hypocrite, and she was so adamant in believing and agreeing, okay, to the fact that those, I mean, the oxen meadows, they actually belong to Lomovs and not Chubukovs. All right, is that clear, everybody? So we see the argument continues and he starts feeling sick. So they were saying a lot of bad things to each other, okay? Basically, Natalia was the one who was putting this allegation on him of being a liar, of being a bad neighbor. She says that your act is completely impudent. I had told about this in the session yesterday. बच्चों मैंने कल ये बात आपको सेशन में बताई है. अगर वीडियो नहीं देखी है तो वो वीडियो देख लो, आपके ही काम की है. All right. So we see he leaves the house, but he comes back immediately when Chubukov calls him. Why? Because Chubukov informed Natalia that he had come from proposal. So he's unable to stop himself from continuing the argument even after the proposal is materialized. Why? Because now they were trying to now they were arguing over their dog. So again, so their argument was completely pointless. Okay, whatever they argued over, there were two fights. One for the meadows, and the second one was for the dogs. Okay, and Squeezer, okay, belonged to whom, everybody? Squeezer belonged to whom? The name of the squeezer, I mean the the name is Squeezer. So this dog belonged to whom, everyone? Rajiv Kumar, but Natalia didn't say anything about that. It was just Chubukov saying so. I'm sorry, I didn't get your question. Okay, unfriendly, yes, Natalia, and yes, belong to Lomo. Okay, right. Now coming to the next character, Natalia, everybody. Okay, Natalia is the daughter of Chubukov. She is an average looking and educated girl. She is a great housekeeper. How do we come to know? We came to know when Lomov, he was contemplating about his decision to get married to Natalia. All right, like she was good with household chores. All right, and when he met her, I mean when Lomov met Natalia, so she was shelling peas, मतलब मटर को छील रही थी. All right, is that clear? Shelling peas. Yes, everyone. So her father calls her a lovesick cat. Why? Because she had a longing for Lomo. She loved him for a long time. She is very quarrelsome and abusive. She is argumentative as well. I have told you, like, whenever we use, I mean, whenever we talk about the character, we try a level base to use a lot many adjectives. That is what we are even doing here. Okay, so she makes fun of Lomov's weak heart, all right, but she was very nice right at the beginning. All right, they were discussing about the weather, they were discussing, she even offered him to smoke. Right after that, the very conversation began. So when Lomov leaves and she comes to know that he wanted to marry her, immediately her anger changes into regret. She started, what did she do? She started to wail. All right, she started wailing. So we come to know that she is melodramatic. All right, she is melodramatic in nature. All right, that is what she is, because she, the very dramatic effect comes in when she was wailing and she was uttering a cry altogether. It was so quick on her part. All right, and she loved Lomo from a very long time. Right, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Okay, so she starts crying dramatically over a lost chance. She asks her father to bring him back, else she would die. So this was an exaggerated emotion wherein we come to know that she was highly dramatic in her nature. Even after she accepts Lomov and kisses him, she starts quarreling with him in no time. Now, guys, in the session yesterday, I had given you one of the dialogues, okay, that was being made by him, made by her. Please take out certain chunks from there. I had put it yesterday in the very class, I mean in the very PowerPoint presentation, because I wanted you guys to connect it with this. Okay, this is very very important. Wailing is मतलब आप जब रो रहे हो, मतलब आप इतना रो रहे हो जैसे कि पता नहीं क्या ही हो गया, मतलब which is not required, but वो एक नाटक होता है basically. That is what it means. मतलब रोने का नाटक समझ लो. All right, is this clear to everybody? Is this clear, everyone? All right, please make sure that you're connecting what I said yesterday with what I am doing today. All right, is that clear to everyone? Anika is asking the question, everybody, why at the end Bholi is again called Suleka? Anybody, please give me an answer in the comment section. Now the next chapter, Madam writes the bus. Okay, so we are going to talk about Wali, which is very, very important. Okay, so what do we see? That Wali was a curious, keen observer who had strong willpower and determination. So Wali, okay, this is what we see everybody. Okay, so why Anika? Yes, everyone. Why is it that Anika? Let me give you an answer for this. She was being called Sulekha because Sulekha basically Lekha means to write and as in like to be able. Matlab beautiful writing. Okay, so it basically means कि at the end she turned out to be a beautiful person in terms of the knowledge. वो पूरी transform हो गई थी. Okay, earlier she was just a simpleton. Okay, she was not confident. She was introvert. She was not able to connect socially with the people because of her poke marks on her face because of the societal pressure. But later on, at the end, she was able to stand for herself. Why? Because she was being empowered, she was being educated, she became learned, she knew what were her rights. All right, and that is why she was no more a foolish person. She knew what to say, where to say, and how to say. All right, she knew how to take a stand for herself and for her family. All right, so in an Indian society, she was now completely a transformed and transition woman who was taking a stand for herself and was not ready to be married to a greedy person. Okay, that is why we know. All right, at the end, she was turned from a dumb girl to a courageous and could speak for herself without any stammering. Absolutely correct. Okay, absolutely. Yeah, differentiate between right or wrong. Absolutely right. Hey, her, shy. Okay, she was at first a neglected child. All right, can we write the school age, marriage age of Buddha in the care? Yes, I told about this, Nitesh. मैंने आपको बताया उस बारे में भी बीच में, ठीक है। मैं मेन पॉइंट्स हाईलाइट करती हूँ लेकिन बाकी जो भी पॉइंट्स है मैं वो भी बताती हूँ, तो जो मैंने आपको पॉइंट बताया वो इंक्लूड करोगे। दैट्स हाउ यू गोना स्टार्ट नो, आप फिर लिंक करोगे, ठीक है। यू कैन डेफिनेटली डू दैट नितेश, दैट्स नॉट प्रॉब्लमैटिक। मीनिंग ऑफ मॉर्टल्स, मॉर्टल्स मीन्स हु आर सब्जेक्ट टू डेथ, मतलब जो जिनकी डेथ होगी, ओके, हु आर नॉट गोइंग टू बी परमानेंट इन दिस वर्ल्ड। ऑल राइटी, रीडिंग सेक्शन खुशी हम करेंगे, ठीक है, हम करेंगे रीडिंग सेक्शन भी, डोंट बी वरीड, परसों करते हैं हम रीडिंग सेक्शन। ओके, so everyone, Bali was a curious girl. She was a keen observer who had strong willpower and determination. She was very bold, she was very brave and self-respective. ओके, लाइक एज इन जब उनको उसको बोला गया, आप अपने उसमें से क्या कहते हैं चैप्टर में से ये कोट कर सकते हो, व्हेन शी वाज बीइंग सेड नो दैट जस्ट सिट डाउन, यू आर अ लिटिल गर्ल, शी इज लाइक नो आई पेड, आई एम नॉट अ लिटिल गर्ल, राइट, दिस इज व्हाट शी सेज, सो यू कैन कोट दैट। ऑल राइट, is that clear? So she had immense self confidence, बहुत ज़्यादा confidence था, and wanted to do everything on her own. She was innocent, highly sensitive, intelligent, and was a very careful planner as well. So there are a lot of adjectives that I've used in this particular character sketch because this is what we saw in her entire character. Okay, this is very important. So Wali made careful and painstaking plans for her first journey. She saved every penny, cut down on her expenses and resisted all the temptations. मतलब कि जितना भी पैसा बचा सकती थी बचाया। Painstaking क्यों है? क्योंकि उसे अपनी temptations को resist करना पड़ा। बच्ची थी वो एक छोटी, उसको पेपर पेन्स पसंद है, टॉयज पसंद है, वो सब नहीं लिया। फेयर में जाकर भी वो मैरी गो राउंड पे राइड लेना चाहती थी लेकिन नहीं ली। All right, is that clear to everyone? So we see and resisted all the temptations to save 60 paisa for the fare. So she gathered the information from the passengers and neighbors. She calculated the time required and chose afternoon as her mother would take a nap during that time. All this shows that she was a meticulous planner. That's it. Okay, this is what you guys are going to talk about. Is that clear to everyone? Is that clear to everybody? Yes? Right? And in your examination, of course, I'm going to deal with the character Bholi right at 2 p.m. today, all right, from the chapter, sorry, from the book Footprints Without Feet. So I am going to there tell you that what is the difference. I mean, if there is a compare and contrast coming in your examination for Wali and Bholi, so you should be able to do that. All right, this is very important. Hi, Saurabh. Hello, everyone. If we don't know the real answer of question but know the related part of summary to the question and write it, then we get marks or not. Then you get half mark or 1 mark according to the mindset of the teacher at that moment. But yeah, of course, you're not going to get 2 on 2. Okay, you may get half mark or you may get 1 mark. Okay, just because you have returned something, but that is literally not needed. That is completely pointless and useless. Okay, but yeah, in case if something is not clear to you guys, then in that case you must write something. Okay, I never suggest this to anybody right there, especially in literature, to leave the blank. Okay, to not write any answer, just write something. Okay, you'll definitely be getting half or one for that. Okay, but make sure that you are not going with this mindset in your examination. Anika, that's cool. Fortune matlab ki aapka acha luck. All right, that is what she had an overwhelming desire, right? She had an overwhelming desire. Very good, Raji. Very good. Hi, hello, Gurvinder. Okay, so this is what the answer for this question is. All right, I mean the character sketch of Bali. Now we are going to deal with Amanda. All right, Amanda. Also, you guys know. Okay, it's one of the very important poems, and herein we are going. Raman, I told you, fortune means apka luck. Okay, or basically fortune is like fortunate is basically being lucky, but fortune is ki aapki jaidad. Okay, yeah, she was a good observer of things. 8 years. Okay, Valyami, ye very good. Okay, you can write that as well. Okay, you guys can definitely write that. Okay, you can include all the points. Okay, make sure that you're understanding what are the things that should be the part of it. All right, it's very important to understand that way. All right, her favorite pastime was to stand in front of the doorway and watching the hustle and bustle in the street. Very good, Punya. That's absolutely right. Okay, no, Tanisha, I don't know the Punjabi language. Okay, all right. So, what are the other questions? I am sorry. How were you affected by the accident of cow when she returning? My goal, my life. She was deeply affected. Okay, she was not active anymore. She just sat in the bus. She was not even looking out of the bus. She was not excited. She was not even ready to answer anyone. She realized the concept of life in this. She realized that what was a source of joy few minutes ago, okay, has now been a source of sadness. Okay, she realized that death is something which can take place anytime. Like being a little girl, she understood an important message of life. And what is that? That death again is inevitable. Okay, this could be connected with your chapter, The Sermon at Benares. Like death is inevitable. Explain in the context of what? Death is inevitable. Explain in the context of Madam Rides the Bus. So you should know how to make a link. Okay, we dealt with everything, everybody. Okay, she had a overwhelming desire already. Fortune मैंने आपको बताया. बाकी आपके क्या questions थे? What are the other questions, everyone? You all can ask me the questions. Mention the traits of Bali's character which help her to learn from her surroundings. Rupali, that is what I told you in the very previous answer. Okay, that's the answer. After education, Boli has really changed to Suleka, and her assertion at the time of her marriage is an announcement to the world that she's no more Boli, she can stand. Very good, Amit. Absolutely correct answer. Moral of the story, Madam Rides the Bus, is that we need to be confident in our life, okay, bold, courageous to take the risk so that we can achieve our goals, whatever we desire for. But yeah, like at the same time, we have to be careful as well. Like Bholi was, she was taking care of herself. She was so self-dependent. She was being responsible for her own behavior. She planned everything so meticulously. She was aware of the fact that what is right, what is wrong. Okay, but yeah, of course, she should have informed her mother about it, because being a little girl, okay, anything could have happened in the world outside with her. So this is also not right on her part to not let her parents know about her whereabouts and going out at the time when her mother was sleeping or taking a nap. Okay, that is what we learn. Can we write the school age marriage? Yeah, of course you can do that. Okay, everyone. Okay, Amanda means repetition. No, that doesn't mean Raman. What are you telling me there? Okay, why would you call Amanda a disrespectful child? Provide one reason to justify your opinion. See, the answer said would be no, she wasn't a disrespectful child. It's just that she was a very little child, alright, who was not mature enough to understand what was being instructed by her parents. She was not able to understand that why she was being restricted to do the things or to not do the things. All right, and like herein you can say that she was just entering into the imaginative world, which was a defense mechanism for her. All right, but she was not right in ignoring those restrictions. When Mali said, why did she refuse to look out? Anika, like the death of cow, made her sad, and she refused to look out of the window because she was literally so sad. And like when she was going towards the town, okay, she was very excited. She was even clapping, looking at the running cow in front of the vehicles, in front of the bus. Okay, but now the cow was lying dead, okay, because of an accident on the road, and that made her really sad. Okay, is that clear? Jashanveer, I'm going to come up with one of the sessions related to the related to your conversation. So I'm gonna tell you that. Okay, how to read such long chapters again and again. The future doctor, you don't have to read it now. All right, you're done with reading. Okay, you don't have to read it again and again and again. Just you read it just once. So she Amanda is the name of a person. All right, that is the name of a person. Okay, that is how. Do see the companion 10 amazing questions like that as those of your special classes plus PYQs. Danish, some of the questions would be same because I've always kept this in mind that I need to give you all the special questions. So some of them can be same. Okay. What does Vali mean when she said, I was just agreeing with what you said. Okay, Chalak, it basically means that she was, in a way, she knew in her mind that her parents, they were not aware. I mean, the mom was not aware of the fact that she had gone out and she traveled and she accomplished her desire to ride on the bus. Just she was right in saying that, like being at home, we are not really aware that what exactly is happening in the world outside. So that is why she was saying that yes, you are right. But the parents, I mean the aunt and the mom, okay, they were considering it to be just like that thing on her part. But it wasn't that. Okay, she was very well aware of the fact that she did something which her mother was not aware of. So we can say that sitting at home, you don't know what exactly is happening in the world outside. Okay, everybody. So now we are coming to this one. Okay. All right. So Amanda, what like how do we talk about Amanda? Amanda is basically, what do we see? That she is a small girl, all right, who is termed as moody for her careless behavior. All right. But the answer to this question is, and the answer to this question is, all right. So we see that, like, if the question is that was she really moody? No, she was not really moody. I mean, sorry, like, was she really sulking? So she was not really sulking. It was just that she was appearing to be moody. What is the reason behind it? Because she was into her own thoughts. She was into her own world, wherein she was just away from her reality. Okay, yeah, yeah, definitely I'll provide that. Don't be worried about it. Okay, so Amanda is a small girl who is termed as moody for her careless behavior. Her life is full of struggles where she is denied freedom and expression. Okay, वहां पे उसकी जो लाइफ फुल ऑफ स्ट्रगल्स क्यों बताई गई है? बिकॉज उसको फ्रीडम नहीं है, उसको एक्सप्रेस करने के लिए चांस नहीं मिलता. Amanda is so much irate. That means that she is very much irritated, that she escapes the reality by living in her imaginative world. She gets into an imaginative world. Okay, she imagines a lot of things. She's envisioning herself to be something different from what she really is in her real world. Okay, थ्रू दिस गेटवे, गेटवे मतलब इस गेट से, ओके, मतलब इस तरीके से वो एक्सपीरियंस क्या करती है, उसको मिलती है कामनेस. शी इज अवे फ्रॉम हर नैगिंग पेरेंट्स. ओके, वहां पे उसको बहुत कंपोजर मिलता है, वो बहुत काम है. बट इट इज वेरी सरप्राइजिंग टू नो दैट दिस इज हर डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म. डिफेंस मतलब उसने ये एक तरीका निकाला है खुद को बचाने के लिए नैगिंग से. डिफेंस मतलब जब आप खुद को डिफेंड कर रहे हो, मतलब आप खुद को बचा रहे हो. The defense mechanism basically means sulking is like that you are appearing to be moody. Okay, in the context of the poem it means like moody or short tempered. That is what it means. Okay, is that clear? So what do we see? Irate matlab bhumi, irritated. All right, yes. Okay, here we go. Kaina, just revise everything, okay? Revise the chapter with the questions, write the questions, revise the grammar topics, and revise and practice for RC. That's it. Nothing else is needed. But who irritating her? Raman, have you not read the poem, dear? What kind of a question you are asking me right now? This question shouldn't be asked at this stage when you have got your examination on 27th of April. बेटा जाकर पढ़ो. मैंने आपको ये poem करवा दी है. ठीक है? What kind of a question is this? All right, so please make sure that here we go. She reached home, okay? अब वो आराम से घर पहुंच गई थी, ठीक है? 45 मिनट्स की 2 घंटे में वो वापस आ गई थी. All right, 1 o'clock बस आई थी, वाली की बस आती है 1 o'clock पे, ठीक है? 1:45 वहां पे पहुंची, कुछ देर के लिए वहां पे रुकी, वहां से फिर 2 बजे चली, फिर वो वहां से वापस आ गई. ओके, सो वो आराम से वापस आ गई थी. लैंग्वेज रिवर का क्या मतलब होता है एवरीबडी? लैंग्वेज रिवर का क्या मतलब होता है? राजवीर, आई एम ट्राइंग. राजीव, आई एम ट्राइंग माय डियर. सरप्राइजिंग का मतलब शॉक होना. लैंग्वेज रिवर, एवरीबडी, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग? काम, राइट. लैंग्वेज मतलब काम. ओके, कीप इट इन योर माइंड. ग्रीन एंड क्लीन, नो नो, लैंग्वेज का मतलब होता है काम. ओके, ग्रीन इज एमरल्ड. ओके, ग्रीन नहीं होगा. रिलैक्स्ड सी, वेरी गुड. लैंग्वेज सी मतलब रिलैक्स सी, बहुत काम है. All right, and green is being referred by the use of the word emerald. Okay, keep it in your mind. Discuss the importance of proper upbringing with reference to the poem Amanda. Alrighty, we are coming to the question again. So we see defense mechanism, okay, to shield against her. Shield means to protect, okay, against her nagging parents. Amanda is getting instructions from her parents which become too much to handle for the small girl. She is told not to eat her nails and sit in a proper position. Amanda's response to it is her work of imagination where she is mermaid, okay, drifting effortlessly by the languid river. Okay, is that clear? Rajiv, write it again, my dear. Okay, write it again. Okay. Yes, Sarah, definitely. And she is told not to. Sorry, Amanda's response to it is the work of imagination where she is drifting effortlessly. Then we see further she is asked about cleaning her room and finishing her homework, to which she reacts being an orphan, roaming in the street and making patterns with her bare feet. Now, the third thing. Amanda then faces the heat for eating a chocolate. Heat basically as in that basically there was a restriction. Okay, गुस्सा किया उसकी mom ने, alright, which had once caused her acne. She takes the form of Rapunzel and wishes to live on top of a tower away from everyone in her imagination. Amanda's parents are upset over her behavior and casualness, but she stays in her own world. All these portray Amanda in a positive light while her parents in a negative light. Okay, are you all understanding this, everybody? Is that clear to everyone? Okay, is that clear, everybody? Ma'am Amanda is being scolded by any one of her parents, or is it her mother only? Nisha, we are going to consider, like, if you're broadly talking, you can say parents, but yeah, but we are going to take just mother. Okay, because for a little girl, it's mother usually who just put the instructions on her, and also like a little girl, okay, like feels so tender and close to a mother. So herein a maternal connection has been shown, which is not really very strong. Okay. Is that clear, everyone? Parent often nag their children, wishing their best, but children misunderstand. Discuss. Of course, Bhumi, I did this question also. That parents, okay, they often nag their children, but they are doing, like, whatever they are doing for their best. And this is what Amanda didn't understand. Why? Because she wasn't mature enough. Her mind was not really strong enough to understand that it was being done in order to make her life super flawless. Okay, her mother was being concerned about her, right? At that tender age, it's only the parents who can tell you what to do and what not to do. Otherwise, you do not come to know how to brush your teeth, how to eat from a spoon. Right, so you can directly. I dealt with this question in detail, Bhumi. We dealt with it when I discussed the poems in one shot. Okay, the video is available. I have also shared the PDF on the community. Okay, please make sure that you are there. Little girl, silence is golden and glorious. Yeah, for her, silence is like golden. Okay, freedom is sweet. You can definitely enter these words. All right, definitely you can do that. All right, Rajiv, I'm really sorry, dear. You need to just send it again to me. Okay, Amanda is a little girl who loved her freedom and calling. Yeah, your answer is right. Right, I read it. Amanda is a teenage girl as she has pimples on her face as her mother makes Amanda to remember. Right, very good. Because it had caused her acne. Amanda is being scolded by any one of her parents. Cool. How long will this session take? Okay, maybe till 12 o'clock. All right, or before. Let's see. All right, it all depends upon. Yeah, I'm gonna provide the PDF, Sarah. Don't be worried about it. I'm just checking everybody's comment. And character similar to Wally in First Flight. Okay, no, 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 no. The character. See, if you're talking about the similarities, there are no similarities. Okay, they're totally opposites. Everybody, Amanda and Wally. If you see that there is some sort of a question related to that, everyone listen to me very very carefully. All right. So what exactly are we going to here talk about? Herein we are going to talk about the fact that Amanda, okay, Amanda was a small girl, okay, she was very moody, okay, and she couldn't just speak for herself. She didn't have this courage. But Vali, being just 8 years old, she was again a small girl. She knew how to take a stand for herself. She was responsible. She was very outspoken. She was courageous. She was bold. She was self-determined. She was meticulous planner. Okay, she was not shielding herself away from any situation. But Amanda, she was not doing any such thing. She was not bold, courageous in order to tell this to her parents politely and nicely that she doesn't want to do as is being told by them. But she couldn't do that. So there we come to know that she was being respectful towards her parents because she was not saying anything against to them. All right, she was not being violent on their face. She was not speaking rudely to them. She only was sitting politely. All right, and the way she found and the way that she discovered in order to get away from the nagging of her parent was to just move out. all right, in her imaginative world. All right, that is what you have to be very clear about. Vale is somehow same to Anne Frank, right? You can say that. All right, because Anne Frank also, okay, she had the courage to take to do things for herself, but the main difference there is that Wally like, but there still is a difference. Wally is an extrovert, okay, but Anne Frank was not extrovert, okay. She found that like writing on a like writing a diary is more favorable because according to her, paper has more patience than people. All right, but Wally, she was outspoken, she knew how to take her decisions boldly, okay. That wasn't really the case with Anne Frank. Okay, will it be correct if we put languid river in place of languid emerald sea in both? Yeah, that is right, Toshiro, not a problematic thing. Okay, but yeah, like most of the times you can try to be contextual, what is being given. All right, Kushi, I have provided the PYQ already. It's on the very community. Okay, just take it from there. All right, there's similarity between Boli and Wanda. Yeah, Boli and Wanda, you can say like that. Okay, because Boli, okay, she was not courageous enough, but Wanda, all right, she was also not courageous enough. Like both of them ran away from sorry, Wanda, okay, she just went away, but at the end she faced the situation by sending the letter. If she wanted, she could have avoided. Similarly, Bholi at the end, all right, she also stood for herself. Okay, is that clear? Now we are moving to the next one, okay, wherein we are going to deal with the character of Rajveer, all right, which is very important. And in this very particular character sketch only, I'm going to tell you all about the about Pranjal, all right. But Pranjal's character is not a major one as compared to Rajveer's one. That is why I've only taken the I've only taken the character sketch of Rajveer, all right. Is that clear? Very similar to Boli after her school. Very similar. Yes, yes, Gaming Plaza, of course. You can say that, all right, because Wali, whatever Wali was, all right, is we saw the same thing in Bholi right after her school and education, after she was being empowered and she was being educated. We can definitely say like that. Okay, is that clear? Alrighty, everyone. Okay, here we go. Hush matlab chup ho jana. Okay, for example, if I'm saying hush, that means just be silent. Okay. So everyone, Rajveer was going to Assam with Pranjal as he had invited Rajveer to spend summer vacation there. Okay, and Rajveer, you can write that Rajveer lived in, all right, Delhi. Okay, so he was going to Assam with Pranjal as he had invited Rajveer to spend summer vacation there. Rajveer saw much greenery while looking outside from the train. He was amazed to see the soft green paddy fields first and then the green tea bushes. Though Rajveer was an ardent is like a very strict, okay, strict fan of detective stories. He was keener मतलब उसको ज़्यादा interest था. He was more interested on looking the beautiful scenery at the moment when Pranjal was reading the book. So he was also interested into reading, but when he was like going from there, he was more interested in looking out. All right, is that clear? Is that clear to everyone? Yes. Guys, would you please concentrate on what we are doing instead of asking the user IDs of each other? Because I think user IDs are not going to be there in your examination if I'm right, right? Right? So you will have the questions what I'm telling you all. अगर अभी ध्यान से मुझे सुन लोगे पेपर में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होने वाली है. So please make sure कि मुझे ध्यान से सुन रहे हो. Alright, it's very important. VH gamers, put it on charge. You can do that. All right, magnificent view. Right. Okay. Yes, everyone. So stop asking the user IDs. Examination में कोई टीचर आपको user ID के लिए मार्क्स नहीं देने वाली है. Okay? आपको जो मैं अभी बता रही हूँ, मैं बहुत पॉइंट्स भी बीच बीच में मेंशन करती हूँ. अच्छा ये रहता है कि उनको नोट करते रहा करो. Okay? So that you can all these things get into your mind. आप जब किसी को सुनते हो और नोट करते हो, वो एक इम्प्रिंट देता है आपके दिमाग में. मे बी आपको उसको लर्न करने की जरूरत नहीं है. इमीडिएटली जैसे ही क्वेश्चन आएगा आपके सारे पॉइंट्स इमीडिएटली दिमाग में आ जाएंगे. So concentrate on what I am telling you. Okay? Okay, Piyush, thank you. So Rajveer was very excited about visiting the tea garden and thus he studied a lot about it before visiting the tea garden. Okay, so he had a lot of theoretical knowledge. Okay, he had the theoretical knowledge. So we see he studied a lot about it before visiting the tea garden. Thus, Pranjal's father said that Rajveer had already done his homework before visiting Assam. It was green all around. Rajveer had never seen such greenery in his life. The tea gardens are stretched as far as the eyes are able to see things. Besides the tiny plants, there were tall shady trees. Rajveer had vast theoretical knowledge about tea and tea gardens. He even knew the theories related to discovery of tree, which included Okay, you can add in front of it, which included, okay, two legends. All right, and what is that? One is the Chinese and Indian. That's it. Okay, that's what you have to talk about. All right, is that clear to everybody right there? Everyone, is that clear to everyone? Yes, everybody. Is that making sense, everyone? एक्ने मतलब पिंपल्स, ओके, जो आपके चेहरे पे पिंपल्स हो जाते हैं ना, उसको एक्ने आप बोलते हो. ऑल राइट. Okay, so now we are okay. Here we go. All right. No, English is not that easy. Okay, English is a very funny language. Okay. Alrighty, people. Hey, hello, hello, guys. All right, is that clear? Any doubt? Do you want to ask anything, everyone, from this particular chapter? Anything? And Pranjal, yeah, of course, Pranjal. Okay, we do not like broadly talk about Pranjal. He's from Assam. All right, he was not as interested in looking out at the green fields as Rajveer was, because he was born and brought up in Assam only. Okay, so he was not sharing the excitement of Rajveer. All right, and then his father, okay, he was the owner of a tea estate, all right, in Dekyabari. So they went to the Mariani Junction. Therein, his parents came to receive them, and they went to the tea estate wherein Rajveer was very much knowledgeable. He talked about the second flush period also, but Pranjal was being silent there. Okay, that is what we came to know. All right, here we go. Okay, biased मतलब partial हुआ. ठीक है? Cool. Now the poem, everybody, which is the tale of Custard the Dragon. All right, which is again one of the very important things. All right, here we go. By Amanda, alone but not lonely. Sunil, this is very important. Mr. Barua was the father of Pranjal. Okay, Mr. Barua was the father of Pranjal. All right, here we go. Amanda, alone but not lonely. Guys, this is a very important question. Amanda, see, I told you all day before yesterday also. What is the difference between these two words? Alone का मतलब a state of isolation. मतलब आप अकेले हो. ठीक है, अगर मैं ये बोल रही हूँ that we are alone at home, इसका मतलब कि हम लोग अकेले हैं घर पे और कोई नहीं है. ठीक है, लेकिन अगर मैं ये बोल रही हूँ that we are lonely, इसका ये मतलब होता है कि हम लोग एक स्टेट में हैं जहाँ पे हम सैड फील कर रहे हैं. तो स्टेट ऑफ सैडनेस. So alone, जब Amanda थी, Amanda was alone, like in the very tower. I mean alone. रापुंजल वाला जब रेफरेंस होता है illusion, उसमें टॉवर पे she was alone. All right. मतलब जितने भी उसने imaginations किए और जो भी envision किया, हर जगह वो alone थी. Alone मतलब अकेली थी, आसपास कोई और नहीं था. State of isolation. But she was not lonely. Lonely means a state of sadness. When you're feeling sad, it's a feeling. Loneliness is a feeling. But she was not sad. She was happy. Okay. She was in a state of calmness and she was composed. She was enjoying. All right. This is what it means. Okay. Is that clear? सबको समझ आ गया ये question? Ink is black cat. Very good. Blink is grey mouse. Grey the spelling. Mustard is yellow dog and custard is dragon. Absolutely. Okay. Here we are. Okay. There is nothing like that which is being mentioned to us. Gaming Plaza. ओके, मेकिंग ऑफ साइंटिस्ट व्हाटएवर. खुशी, मैंने लिया इसका वन शॉट, प्लीज उसको देखो. बाकी मैंने एक सुपर 30 सीरीज में भी आपका क्वेश्चन सारे करवाए, वहां पे भी एक्सप्लेन किया है स्पेशल क्लास में. गो देयर एंड चेक इट आउट. ऑल राइट, आई मे जस्ट एंजॉय इट. ओके, हैव फन इन योर स्कूल. ऑल राइट. Okay, here we are. Okay. So the tale of Custard the Dragon. Oh my God, Dharmendra, you're asking me a question. That is this a poem? Of course it is. Are you really from this standard when you're going to prepare for your examination on 27? Okay, no, no, making of scientist is not that tough, guys. उसमें से ज़्यादा आपको कुछ आने भी नहीं वाला एग्जाम में. आपको मेन चीज़ें याद रखनी है जो मैंने आपको सारे सेशंस में बताई है. वर्ड टू वर्ड में भी आपको समझा दिया था मैंने वन शॉट में भी बता दिया और सुपर 30 सीरीज में भी मैंने आपको करवा दिया है. All right, is that clear to everyone? किसका नितेश defined answer? What do you mean by defined answer? For what question are you asking me a defined answer? Okay, twigs, branches. ठीक है, twigs refer to the branches. Baxuma culture एक important role play करता है हमारी लाइफ में. ये हमें कैसे पता चला? ये हमें पता चलता है from the chapter Coorg और from the chapter Baker from Goa. All right, क्योंकि Portuguese culture आपको Baker from Goa में दिखेगा. ऑल राइट। और आपको यहाँ पे जो है अरब्स का कल्चर दिख रहा है कूड में, जहाँ पे उनका जो कपड़े पहनने का तरीका है वो टोटली डिफरेंट है। ओके, कुफिया एंड कुपिया, और जो कल्चर वो स्टिल देयर। व्हाई? क्योंकि ब्रेड जो है, ब्रेड इज स्टिल एन इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ गोवा कल्चर। Okay, so Portuguese, from them they have acquired all these things, and now they are using that way of living, the way of eating, the way of baking, right from that culture. Okay, so it appears. Okay, the very defined answer for this question, Nitesh, is that Amanda, she was alone. Sorry, she was not alone in her real world, but she was lonely in her real world, because alone means a state of isolation wherein we don't have anybody around us. Okay, so you are going to say that in her real world she was alone but not lonely. Why? Because in the real world she had her parents around her who were instructing and restricting her in a very constant manner. Whereas in her imaginative world, she was only alone. All right, there was nobody around her, but she was not lonely, because lonely is defined as a state of sadness. Instead, she was lonely in the real world. She was really sad. She was suffering. But in her imaginative world, she was very happy. She was calm. She was composed. And she was in a state of happiness and joy. That's it. Okay? Is that clear? Because there was no nagging, there were no instructions, there was no type of sorry, there was no curtailment in the freedom of Amanda. Curtailment as in like reduction. Is that clear to everyone? Okay, why Cursor accept that animals are braver than him? Ma'am, talking about scientists is very confusing. Even the questions are very tricky. Aman, it's not that, guys. If you again find it, okay, I've taken the one shot on it, but I'll again come up with that. Okay, मैं फिर से लेके आती हूँ scientist. Alright, it's the most easiest, Dharmendra. Alrighty, okay. Yeah, क्योंकि उसमें थोड़े facts हैं, इतना difficult नहीं है, आसान है. मैं आपको फिर से उसे समझाती हूँ, फिर से एक session लेके आती हूँ. Okay, so in short, it is that she's lonely in real world and alone in her imaginative world. Yes, but you have to justify that why she is alone. Sorry, why she is lonely in real world but not lonely in her actual world. Sorry, in her imaginative world. Okay, that's right, Nitesh. You're right about that. Alrighty, people. So the tale of Custard the Dragon. Okay, Custard the Dragon was Belinda's pet. ठीक है, आपको ये पता है, he was the dragon, he was Belinda's pet. The teeth of the dragon Custard were having fine edges or points. ठीक है, there were spikes with sharp points on the top of his body, and beneath his body had scales or hard body. All right, is that clear? उसमें last में बहुत tough है. Okay, I'll again come up with that. Okay, so guys, आपको जब भी custard का मतलब as in usually जब क्या करते हैं हम, just a minute guys. यूजुअली जब हमें किसी का कैरेक्टर स्केच पूछा जाता है ना, तो जो आपके दिमाग में फर्स्ट पॉइंट आना ये चाहिए कि क्या उसका हमें फिजिकल एट्रीब्यूट्स डिस्क्राइब हैं पोएम में या चैप्टर में. अगर इफ यू सी दैट द कैरेक्टर स्केच, आई मीन if the characteristic traits or the physical attributes they are being defined in that particular chapter or they have been told to us, so make sure कि आप अपने कैरेक्टर स्केच में वो डेफिनेटली लिखोगे. फिर अगर उनकी लाइफ के बारे में कुछ बता रखा है, जैसे अगर आपके फिजिकल एट्रीब्यूट्स नहीं गिवन है, लाइफ के बारे में बता रखा है, आप वो लिखोगे. फॉर एग्जांपल इन द केस ऑफ द सर्मन एट बनारस, so we have the very life, okay, the early life of Siddharth Gautam, I mean the Lord Buddha has been described to us. आप उस बारे में लिखोगे. फिर आप ये बताओगे कि उस कैरेक्टर का मेन कंसर्न क्या था, उस कैरेक्टर का मेन रोल क्या था उस चैप्टर में. ठीक है, मैं आपको ये हिंट दे रही हूँ इन केस अगर थोड़ा टिल्टेड कुछ आता है तो आपको क्या क्या चीजें दिमाग में रखनी है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आप मेरे बारे में बात करोगे, ठीक है, सो यू विल से दैट लाइक कैन यू प्लीज टेल समथिंग अबाउट प्रेक्षा मैम, तो आप बताओगे मेरे बारे में. आपको अगर पता है कि मैंने क्या किया, मैंने बता रखा है आपको, मेरा नाम प्रेक्षा शर्मा है, मैंने मास्टर्स किया है दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी से, तो आपको मेरी लाइफ के बारे में थोड़ा सा पता है. उसके बाद आप मेरा मेन पॉइंट बताओगे कि मैं इंग्लिश की क्लासेस लेती हूँ, मैं स्पेशल पे प्लस पे आप लोगों की क्लासेस लेती हूँ, लिटरेचर ग्रामर. तो जब भी हम किसी का कैरेक्टर डिफाइन करते हैं, पहले हमें हमेशा ध्यान रखना है अगर फिजिकल एट्रीब्यूट्स दे रखे हैं, डेफिनेटली बताओ, डेफिनेटली बताओ, बताना है. ठीक है, वो एक मेन कंसर्न है. उसके बाद आपको ये बताना है कि वो लाइफ के बारे में क्या दे रखा है और उसके बाद चैप्टर में उसका क्या रोल है. ऑलराइट, और फिर फाइनली आपको कंक्लूड करना होता है. दिस इज हाउ यू शुड गो अहेड विद. In the poem Animals, the poet writes, no one is deserving, no one is demented with the mania of owning things, taking ideas from the lines of the poem Animal. Yeah, so what, Amel? What do you want to ask? What do you want to ask everyone? Amanda is lonely in real world because she was continuously liked by her parents. In contrast, she was alone in her imagination because she was happy there. Yeah, but guys, give the meaning of alone and lonely like the way I told you. Because in her imaginative world, she was not sad, okay? Because lonely is defined as a feeling of sadness. So there was no sadness. She was happy. She was in a state of contentment. She was in a state of joy. She was in a state of composure. I'll keep on coming up with the words, guys. Okay, is that clear? Okay. So we see his mouth look like a fireplace or earth, and his nose was like a chimney. Okay. So earth is also a place, okay, wherein we see that a fire is burning. And there were short pointed daggers like sharp points on his toes. So Custard, in fact, was very brave, but still he kept asking for a nice safe cage. वो बहुत ब्रेव था, लेकिन वो हमेशा एक नाइस सेफ केज के बारे में बोलता था. गाइज आप ये देखोगे कि इस कैरेक्टर स्केच में आपके काफी क्वेश्चंस कवर हो रहे हैं. पहले तो आपका फिजिकल एट्रीब्यूट कवर हो रहा है, उसके बाद हमारा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ये कवर होगा कि वो सेफ केज के बारे में क्यों बोलता रहता था. दिस इज हाउ ही इज बीइंग डिस्क्राइब्ड इन द गिवन पोएम. दैट्स हाउ आई एम राइटिंग इट. राइट, ह्यूमरस मतलब फनी, अम्यूजिंग. All right. So we see it made people think him to be cowardly. Okay. So people, or you'll say it made other pets. Okay. Think him to be cowardly. He might be. ये वाला जो word है everybody बहुत important है. मैंने कल भी समझाया था आप लोगों को, आपको इस क्वेश्चन में might जरूर यूज करना है. जब आपसे ये पूछा जा रहा है कि वो सेफ केज क्यों मांगता रहता था, आप ये नहीं बोलोगे बिकॉज ही वॉज अ कावर्ड. इसका मतलब आपने डिक्लेयर कर दिया दिस इज अ डिक्लेरेटिव सेंटेंस. नो, आप एक ऐसा वर्ड इनकॉर्पोरेट करोगे जहां पे आप मुझे ये बता रहे हो कि ये हम गेस कर रहे हैं. ओके, दैट इज वाई गेमिंग आपको माइट माइट यूज करना है. ये आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं है चैप्टर पोएम में, कहीं भी ये इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं दे रखी है कि वो दूसरे एनिमल्स को हर्ट नहीं करना चाहता था. हम एक अजम्पशन ले रहे हैं, इसलिए माइट का यूज करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. So he might be crying for a nice safe cage so that he might, again I've used might here. मैंने कल भी समझाया था, आज फिर से बोल रही हूँ. He might not harm anyone when in anger, or he might be proving that a little safety cage averts a disaster. Averts मतलब that it just avoids a disaster. मतलब अगर एक मिल जाएगा safety cage, तो in case अगर उसको गुस्सा आता है या कुछ होता है, so he might be aware of his power and strength. That is why he wanted to avoid any danger for them. Okay, that is why it happened. So the others thought that he cried for a cage as he was a coward. So that is how you are coming to an answer. Just because he was demanding for a nice safe cage, because he might be aware of his power and strength, and he might not harm anyone when in anger, or might be proving that a little safety cage avoids a disaster. Okay, so Custard saved Belinda and the other pets from the pirate. Custard the dragon, he jumped up. Okay, so this is one of the very important question. How did he save the other pets? मैंने वो भी इसमें include कर लिया. यहाँ पे आपको देखो, आपको आंसर मिल गया. That why is he? Okay, somebody was asking me, अभी question था एक. यहाँ पे somebody asked me the question कि वो क्यों accept कर रहा था. Where is that question, everyone? Where is that question? Like somebody asked me that why was he accepting. ठीक है, वो accept क्यों कर रहा था that he was a coward. That is why he was accepting it. At the end also we saw that he was accepting that he was not as brave as the other animals, because he might not wanted to justify his bravery. He had already shown it. Okay, and that is why he was just accepting it in front of the others. All right, is that clear to everyone? If there's a question like why the dragon cry for an answer can be right, then mentioned in the character said, yes, yes, of course, Nitesh. This is the absolute correct answer that you can include. All right. How did pirate look like? Everyone who is going to give me the answer for this in the comment section. How did pirate look like? Who is going to give me the answer for this, everyone? Really brave. Can we write this in answer? Of course, yes. But आपको सही वर्ड से लिंक करते जाना है. जैसे कि अभी यहाँ पे देखो, Custard the dragon jumped up. यहाँ पे अब जो आंसर मिलेगा आपको वो क्या मिलेगा कि उसने कैसे पायरेट को मारा. So Custard the dragon, he jumped up, snorting and clashing his tail. He was making a lot of clatter and clankering, and he was squirming. ठीक है, ये सारे onomatopoeia, I mean figure of speech यहाँ पे आ रही है, sound words. He attacked the pirate. It terrified the pirate. He fired at Custard. Okay, who is it? He is here the pirate, and missed. Custard killed him by swelling him up. That's it. So it shows that he was brave. अब मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा that he was really brave. ऑलराइट, तो आपको अच्छे से लिंक करना है. ऋषभ, डिड यू गेट दिस? So this is the actual reality of brave people. A wooden, yes, absolutely right. A wooden leg, pistols in both of his hands, a sword in his mouth, cutlass and beers in his pocket. Absolute right, Tanish. So this is how the pirate has been described. I dealt with the question in the special class. Guys, don't miss my special classes. They are always important for your good. Okay, so we see that it shows that he was brave. He showed his braver side and attacked the pirate. Finally, Custard showed that he was not as coward as others. आपने देखा मैंने कैसे conclude किया इसको? Finally, he showed that he was not as coward as others. तो मैंने कल भी आपको ये बताया था, इस पोम में हमारी दो themes हैं जो run कर रही हैं. पहली is appearance versus reality, okay, and the second is hypocrisy. Okay, right at the end, the others, okay, they were so hypocrites. Even after seeing that he had saved them, they were still calling him a coward. And they were doing so just because of the fact that he was again and again demanding a nice safe cage. So this is also comes here that it's a general tendency to judge someone on the basis of the things which are being said by him. Alright, are you all getting that? Pirate has a teeth like sword and his one leg was of wood and he had a terrified look and he had pistols in both his hands. Okay, is that clear to everybody? Yes, so that is the right answer. I'm producing a sound. Right, everyone. So you all can now come up with your doubts immediately, everybody. Hypocrisy की भी सीमा होती है. Oh my god. All right. Hypocrisy, the spelling is wrong. Okay. All right. So we are done with the character sketches from your book First Flight. Right at 2 p.m. I am going to deal with the character sketches from your book Footprints Without Feet. So don't miss that session either. Then after that, right at 3:30, we have a class wherein I'm going to tell you all how to crack reading comprehension. That means how to deal with your reading comprehension. The class is already scheduled on the app. Please download the app from the Play Store if you haven't downloaded it yet. And for just look for my name, follow me there and ask me all your doubts in that session today. All right. Yeah, of course, Rajiv, we shouldn't be judging a book by its cover. That is what the theme of appearance versus reality is. Like the appearances, they can be deceptive also. All right. That is what we know. Because herein, this happened. All right. No, we don't have any mentee today. Any other doubt? Do you think being enlightened plays a far greater responsibility on the Buddha than being king would have? Yes, Prachi, this is very right. Okay, like being king, like if he would have been king, okay, he would be taking care of his entire state, his entire place. Okay, I mean the people who are under his estate. But like after getting the knowledge, the universal truth, his duty became more. All right, why? Because that was a far greater responsibility to teach the entire world about the universal fact that it is not good to lament over the dead for a longer duration because ultimately death is inevitable. So if he would have been king, he would have just taken care of like a particular estate or the particular places that were under his rule. But like after attaining the enlightenment, now it became his duty to just go from place to place in the entire world. Okay, now he had to think for the welfare of the entire world, not just like some states, okay, which would have been under him when he would have been a king. All right, Prachi. So this is how you're going to talk about. All right. Yes, Mandeep, I can do that. You can come over there. All right. I can definitely. Hypocrisy is your double face. Okay. When you are saying something else in front of me, then in front of your friend, you are saying something else. मतलब आपके दो चेहरे हैं. आप कहते कुछ हो, आप करते कुछ हो. ठीक है. डिसेप्टिव बेसिकली धोखाधड़ी. दैट मीन्स कि धोखा देना. ओके, आपको धोखा दे सकता है वो. ओके, क्लैंकरिंग मतलब साउंड, जब वो ऐसे अपनी पटक रहा था ना अपनी टेल को, तो जो साउंड क्रिएट हो रही थी उसको हम क्लैंकरिंग बोल रहे हैं. ओके खुशी, आई एम गोना डू दैट. ओके, आई एम गोना टेल यू गाइस, आपका लेटर राइटिंग में ना ज्यादा कुछ नहीं होता, आपको फॉर्मेट पता होना चाहिए. मैंने एक सेशन लिया था जहाँ पे मैंने आपको फिक्स लाइंस बोली थी. ऑर्डर का अगर करोगे तो फिक्स लाइंस है, अगर आपका इंक्वायरी है तो फिक्स लाइंस है. प्लीज वो वीडियो चेक करो, चैनल पे अवेलेबल है. मेरा नाम लिख दो, आप उसके साथ लिख दो फॉर्मल लेटर फॉर्मेट. ओके, आपको मिल जाएगा. ओके, अभी के हिसाब से मिल जाएगा. मैंने आपके साथ पीडीएफ भी शेयर कर दी है. ऑलराइट नटालिया, आई डिड विद दैट. आर्यन शुक्ला बेटा प्लीज एक बार वीडियो देखना, मैंने करवाया है आपको, आपको पता चल जाएगा. पीडीएफ मैं दे दूंगी भारत, पीडीएफ आपको कम्युनिटी पे मिलेगी स्पेशल ऐप पे. ओके, वहां से आप ले लेना. और ओके 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 ऑलराइट. सो 3:30 हम लोग मिलते हैं एवरीबडी. आई मीन 2 o'clock also we are going to meet. Seemed very dangerous. He was carrying pistols in both hands and he was carrying a small sword between his teeth. He had black beard and his one leg was of wood. He was looking very furious. Yeah, Amit, absolutely correct. Very good. Okay, okay. No future doctor, nothing like that is going to happen as of now. Vocabulary of Buddha chapter, omnipresent, looming, inevitable, death is universal, and mortals are always in danger. Okay, yeah. Very good, Rajiv. Absolutely good. Okay, learn that. Focus on the chapters like the making of a scientist, the sermon in Banaras. We have got a lot of vocabulary therein, which you guys need to incorporate in your answers. Okay, so just remember that. Okay, Vinda is a poetic license. Vinda मतलब window. यहाँ पे पोएट ने उसको विंडा इसलिए यूज किया है क्योंकि पोएम में रिदम बना के रखनी थी. All right, is that clear, everyone? So, guys, now I would like to share with all of you a piece of information. For all the grade 9 students who have just entered into their grade 9, we have begun with the Summer Express batch. All right, this is for Term 1 syllabus for the new session. And class 9, it is the starting date is 13th April. We already started with it, and the mode of delivery is Hindi here. So, you can be a part of it for your good. All right, PDF I'm gonna read it to you is also a part of poetic license. Absolutely correct. Okay. All right. Now, Lakshya batch class 9 start date April 6 it is, and mode of delivery is English here. All right. Then for the upcoming batches CBSE class 10 summer express batches there term 1 syllabus. For new session we are going to begin it from 20th of April everybody. So be a part of it. Mode of delivery is Hindi here. Okay. And then the Lakshya batch for everybody right there, which we are like we already started on April 6th. Mode of delivery going on here is English. Guys, you can always make use of the code PSH10 in order to avail straightforward 10% discount. Please be at it, guys. Don't take decisions right at the end when it's really too late. You need to start something right from now so that nothing is really hampered in your life. Okay, learn the things right from the beginning so that कि last में जाके problem ना आए, छोटी छोटी चीजों में issues ना आए. Okay. आर्यन शुक्ला बेटा वो भी करवा दिया है आपको. आप एक बार चेक करो वीडियो फिर से. ओके, आप स्टार्टिंग में देखोगे आपको इसका आंसर मिल जाएगा. ऑल राइट, इज दैट क्लियर? For procurement of mustard seeds grieving. Very good, Rajiv. Very good. You have been doing really good. Future doctor, stop spamming in the class. Nothing like this is going to happen. Okay, just stay chill. Okay. Now, Bugs Bounty, guys, it's an opportunity for all the learners to report any inappropriate content in the video. Be the first one to report a particular issue to claim your prize and report any inappropriate content using the form given in the description. So if you think that there is something which is not clear to you, which is not making sense to you guys, and you need to report about that, you guys can do that. All right, and you can use the very फॉर्म गिवन इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन बिलो. वाई कस्टर्ड गोपाल, ये भी मैंने अभी आपसे करवाया बेटा, आपने क्लास नहीं अटेंड करी है. दैट ही क्राइड फॉर अ नाइस सेफ केज बिकॉज he might be aware of his parents' strength and he might not wanted to harm his fellow pets. Okay, I told about this in the very character sketch that we did about custard. Please just look at it. Okay, please once again come with a one short session for the making of scientist because I feel this chapter is okay. Amit, I'll do that. Okay. The importance of proper upbringing with reference to the Chirag, we did that. Like the proper upbringing is very much needed, okay, because a child, okay, needs to be tended in a very soft manner. All right, a child doesn't know what is right and what is wrong, and there is a balance which is needed in order to provide the freedom to the child and in order to restrict the child. I dealt with this question specifically in the special class. Check that out. Okay, the class is with the name sorry, Amanda. Okay, can you come up? Okay, Gaming Plaza, I'll think about this. Okay, minor one to harm. We already dealt with a lot of questions, a lot actually. Okay, all right. So now moving ahead, everybody, we have got Iconic subscription and the Plus subscription. In Iconic, we are providing you all personal guidance. You all can get one-on-one guidance from the top exam experts. Then we have got the test analysis. You all will get one-on-one guidance from the top exam experts. Study planner is also there, customized study plan with bi-weekly reviews, and the study material would also be there, specialized notes and practice tests. Then experts guidelines, study booster workshops by exam experts would also be there. Okay, so in Plus, we have the live classes, weekly tests, structured courses, and unlimited access. If you guys are going to go ahead with your Iconic, you will be getting the benefits of Plus as well. And if you're going to go ahead with Plus, you're going to get the benefits of Plus only. So think wisely, think what you really want, and accordingly go ahead with it. Amanda, daydreaming, nagging, teasing. Very good, Rajiv. I appreciate you've been doing really, really good. I appreciate that. Very good, guys. Very nice. Okay, everybody. So we have got different monthly plans for our Plus subscription. You all can go ahead with anything that suits you the best, be it 48 months, 42 months, 36 months, 24 months, 18 months, 15 months, 12 months, 9 months, 6 months, or 3 months. PSH10 is the code, everyone. You can make this use of, I mean, you can make the use of this code. 10% discount would be given. And also, please note one more important thing, which is very, very important to understand as well, that try to go for a longer tenure because therein you get a lot of benefits. Do you find the Tale of Cursed the Dragon to be a serious or lighthearted? Chalak, it is basically a lighthearted poem. Nobody, guys, please make sure. Okay, Chala, wait, Gopal, don't spam in the class. I've taken up your question, okay? So everyone, see, do you find the Tale of Curses the Dragon to be a serious? See, Chalak, it is a light-hearted poem. It's a humorous poem, okay? It's a whimsical fantasy. You're not going to write that it's a serious poem, okay? But the message that we get is quite serious, that we shouldn't be like hypocrites in our nature, okay? That is a little serious one. So the poem is a light-hearted one because it makes one laugh, all right? It makes one laugh at the very situations, like the people, I mean the pets, how do they behave, how do they giggle, how do they wiggle. Okay, so I am done with this question also, pretty easy. All right, Gaming Plaza, you're right about that. And how Amanda become a mermaid? Okay, mermaid उसने बनी नहीं, मतलब उसने बस सोचा कि मैं mermaid जो मतलब अगर मैं अपनी imaginative world में हूँ, mermaid वो तब बनी जब उसको instructions मिल रहा था कि कैसे बैठना है कैसे नहीं बैठना है. Okay, तो फिर she became a mermaid अपना क्या कहते हैं imaginative world में, and therein वो drift swiftly, मतलब drift बहुत ज़्यादा elegantly एंड ब्लिसफुली, मतलब बहुत आराम से मर्मेड बनके पानी की लहरों पर वो लहरा रही है. ओके, और वो सी कौन से कलर का है? जिस जिस सी में, जिस पानी में वो लहरा रही है, वो वाला सी ग्रीन कलर का है. दैट्स इट. यही है बस इसका आंसर. ऑलराइट, नथिंग एल्स. गोपाल, आई होप दैट यू गॉट द आंसर. Okay, now moving ahead, we have got the iconic subscription, everyone. Iconic में बहुत सारे फीचर्स हैं, आपके लिए ही अच्छा है. इसको कंसिडर करो, अपने पेरेंट्स से इस बारे में बात करो, आपको और ज्यादा डिटेल में पढ़ाई करने को मिलती है. मे बी लाइक हेयर ऑन द यूट्यूब वी मिस सर्टेन पॉइंट्स टू मेंशन, लेकिन आप हमारे साथ बहुत अच्छे से कनेक्ट कर सकते हो. आप रेज अ हैंड फीचर यूज कर सकते हो, वहां पे आप हमसे बात भी कर सकते हो, अपने डाउट्स भी बता सकते हो. बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो इस फीचर का यूज अच्छे से कर रहे हैं. यू कैन ऑल्सो डू दैट. ठीक है, सो एक बार इसको कंसिडर करो. यहाँ पे बहुत सारे डिफरेंट प्लान है, आप किसी भी प्लान को यूज कर सकते हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल 48 मंथ, 36 मंथ, 24 मंथ, 18 मंथ, 15 मंथ, 12 मंथ, 9 मंथ, 6 मंथ और 3 मंथ. आप आराम से ये कोड यूज करो PSH10, सीधा आपको 10% डिस्काउंट मिलेगा और बहुत अच्छा ऑफर चल रहा है. ऑल राइट, सो प्लीज गो एड विद इट. ऑल राइट, here we go. Very good, Rajiv. Animal self-contained place is not envious, happy without any unending grid. Very right, very. Now guys, हमने community introduce करी है. Never miss any update from your favorite educator. Get sessions, notes and practice material. Share your feedback directly with educators via polls. Check out the link to the educator community below. Link दे रखा है description में, वहां पे जाओ, उसे check out करो. वहां पे मैंने आपके साथ सारे important PDFs, जितने super important questions हैं, सबको share कर दिया है. Make use of it for your good. All right. Now everybody grab the chance and win up to 100% scholarship. आप अपनी practice करो final exams के लिए with free live test. डिटेल परफॉर्मेंस मिलेगी. ईच लर्नर को क्वेश्चन पेपर मिलेगा, एनालिसिस, आई मीन क्वेश्चन पेपर का एनालिसिस मिलेगा और डिस्कशन होगा हर मॉक टेस्ट के बाद. तो सीबीएसई क्लास 10 एंड 12 लर्नर्स 16 से 19 अप्रैल 5 PM ऑनवर्ड्स एनरोल अभी ही कर लो. आपका कोड है PSH10. इस कोड को यूज करो एंड गो फॉर इट. ऑलराइट, now winners week everyone, पूछो और जीतो. आज 7 doubts and win a free 7 days Unacademy subscription. So students जिनके पास नहीं है ये, आप 7 doubts ओके पूछो, ऑल राइट, और 7 डे का सब्सक्रिप्शन ले लो. और ये ऑफर हमारा CBSE 6 to 12 MH बोर्ड 9 to 12 एंड NTC फाउंडेशन के स्टूडेंट्स के लिए है. And this is valid only from April 18 to April 24. Please make use of it. For your good, you can ask that out. You can always use the code PSH10. Link for the same is given in the description below for your good. Alright. And guys, this is really an amazing offer that we have come up with, and this is for your good. Everybody consider it right today before it goes away, because the offer is valid only from April 18 to April 20. And this offer is for CBSE class 6 to 12. Okay, particulars 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, 36 months and 24 months. Free extension you will get for, like in the case of 12 months 2 महीने का, 18 months में 3 months का, 24 months में 4 months का, 36 months में 5 months का और 48 months में 6 months का extension मिलेगा. Okay, and creative corner भी साथ में आएगा. 3 months, 3 months, 6 months, 6 months and 6 months. And creative corner offer is valid for plus and iconic as well. Extension only on plus. ठीक है, So please make sure that you're going ahead with it. This is absolutely amazing. आप अपने आगे आने वाले academic session के बारे में भी सोचो and think wisely. Get the subscription by using the code PSH10 and do it right today. Discuss about this with your parents. Let them know what you really aspire for, what you really need in your life. Set your goals, okay, and make sure that you're cracking it with us. Alrighty, people. Okay. So yeah, thank you everyone. Narrator describe Lutkin's mother. Okay, Gopal, Lutkin's mother. आपका ये आंसर जो है मैंने बहुत अच्छे से सेशन में दे दिया था. Please check out the video. You'll get an answer for this. Okay, it's pretty easy, not that difficult. All right. So everyone, we are going to get the. I mean, we are going to meet right at 2 p.m. with the another session wherein we are going to do the character sketch from the chapter Footprints Without Feet. Okay. Don't miss it. So thank you everybody. If you're new to the channel, do not forget to subscribe the channel. Definitely like it and share it with your friends. And I'll be sharing you the PDF with all of you on the very coming.